Hello, this is Seth Lewis from Lantern Home Inspections, here to perform a sewer line camera inspection on property 411 4th Street, Oregon City, Oregon 97045. Current time is 1:50 p.m. On November 21st, 2025. The house is facing southwest. I'm here on the northwest side of the house. There's your street there in the front of the house. Here in the ground on the northwest side is a 4-inch ABS cleanout. This is a good indication that it's been updated since the house was built, obviously. I'm going to zero out my foot counter. Purpose of this inspection is to determine the overall condition and serviceability of the sewer lateral for this property to the city main. I heard some sound. I have water running from the kitchen sink. I heard some sound indicating there may be a ejection pump. That's a pump that is placed in the home when the drain lines are lower than the sewer lateral exiting the home to the city main. I'm not sure if that's the case. I haven't been under the home, but just in case, I wanted to mention it here. But I'm doing an inspection from the clean out to the city main, the lateral to that one, so which looks like it's been updated. But I'm going to look for any offsets or root intrusions. So there's a void in that split there. It looks like that might be a little separation, which could get worse. I'm going to come back to that. At 40 feet, we transition now from ABS to what looks like clay. And from clay to 3034, and at 52 feet we have reached the city main. So I'm going to pull back the line to that offset. Even though it looks small, that can get worse over time. I can't tell if there's adhesion, but it does look like a separation. Right there. As you can see, there looks like a little bit of a adhesion that broke, sort of like a shifting there, and quite possibly a little bit of a root intrusion. I can't really tell, but at this point, for resale, it should be looked at by a second opinion, a third party. So very small, could be actually an adhesed area. I just suggest that, and I'll put this in my report, that you send this video to a company that replaces and repairs, just to get a second opinion on whether or not that's the beginning of an offset or the beginning of a separation. It looks like it might have a void there, and that could actually go outside the pipe, which wouldn't be a good thing. So I'm going to pause the video for a moment. Okay, I'm back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fail the line. I've marked it on the driveway with white paint at 23 feet. Going to fail it just so that it will be looked at by a third party for a second opinion, just to make sure that everything is good with that joint. Because of resale value, in the future somebody else could actually inspect the pipe and fail that, and then you'd have to pay for it to be repaired if it is an issue. So better to have a second opinion on it now. So I'm going to pull back the line from here. And it is a new line, and it is there is a possibility that it could just be adhesed and a slight separation, but either way, definitely needs to be looked at. So this does conclude the sewer line camera inspection for this property. Again, as you saw at 23 feet, there is what appears to be a slight separation forming at the joint. That should be looked at just to make sure that everything is good, or maybe that it needs a repair, quick spot repair. Either way, again, this does fail the sewer line camera inspection for this property. I will have a written report and this video uploaded for you and your realtor to view. Thank you for choosing Lantern Inspections.